I've always had a passion for acting from a very young age. I've done various drama workshops, drama courses. It's something I've always had a passion to get involved in, and being an extra has basically been the next best thing.
I thought a second bite of being famous would be quite nice again. So, and it's also interesting for other people to see what it's like being an extra, basically. So it's quite fun.
I think background artists don't really get much exposure, but I think we've got a story to tell.
The first movie I worked in, Welcome to Karachi, was down in Bradford. The movie was around, it's basically about comedy movie.
We saw an advert in the TNA to be extras in The King's Speech, so we went for an audition at Bradford Bulls and then got a phone call to go get measured for costumes. Then we got a phone call to say that we had to be there on the 17th of December at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I was in Calendar Girls. In the scenes that are supposed to be Kilnsey Show, WIs were invited to take part, and several members from Settle WI went. It was supposed to be for 2 days, and I couldn't go the first day, but my mum went in my place. She'd worked in the registration service with Angela Baker, and so she knew her quite well.
I've worked on quite a few films and productions, some recently, one being The Great Train Robbery. That was filmed in Leeds, and that was kind of a vintage era, so we had to wear like 60s clothing and costume, which was fun.
I actually run the film office here in Bradford, so I get to see quite a lot of film and television productions. But in terms of being an extra, I was an extra in 2009 in The King's Speech, and it was all filmed. The actual speech scene, which was supposed to be set at Wembley Stadium in 1925, was set at Odsal Stadium and Elland Road Stadium in Leeds. And I was an extra. I was in the crowd scene.
The King's Speech is probably the only thing I've been an extra in. I've done a bit of theatre work, not special, just stood there in the background basically. However, it was strange because on doing the King's Speech, I did ask to do a speech about the King's Speech at a local church where I live. It were a war weekend, and somehow word had got about that a local lad appeared in the King's Speech. So I agreed to do that, and that was tense but worth doing.
Three-piece suit was made in Bradford. One thing went to another with it, and the more we made of it, the more they liked it. And it was so popular, it travelled the whole of England.